The night is quiet, but the drama, oh darling, it's never been louder. You may have forgotten all about your favorite nighttime soaps, but Miss Kane, she never did. She's been watching all the affairs, the betrayals, and the big hair, and now she's here to tell you everything you missed, or perhaps just forgot. This is Drama After Dark. Slip into something comfortable, and let's catch you up.
Don't just watch the scandal, darling. Subscribe and join the drama every Friday.
Oh, darling, Southfork opens with such tension you could cut it with a butter knife. And there's Bobby, locked away in his room like a man just desperate to emotionally shed his own last name, bless his heart. Then, Jock, bless his cotton socks. He says Bobby needs to fix his marriage and get back to work because, honestly, ranch business waits for no heartbreak, does it? But Miss Ellie, she reminds him that love should still count for something, even in a house that, let's be real, trades feelings for oil. And then, darling Ray's name hits the table. He's laid up, they say. The barn winch came loose. Oh, please. But Jock, well, he can tell he's being handed a story, can't he? And Southfork just quietly moves on, as if that explanation is good enough. Honestly. Miss Ellie, she heads upstairs and finds Bobby already tired of this family, this money, and what it does to people. He says the Ewing name, it stops at nothing for power. Cliif is in jail, Julie is dead, and Pam, sweet Pam, she's paying the bill for sins she didn't commit. He doesn't have proof, you see, but he knows JR is moving pieces. Oh, he knows. And this Ellie, she doesn't like what he's saying, because, darling, she already knows it sounds true. Bobby calls Pam after getting a message from Liz that morning, and, honey, he doesn't waste a single second softening it. Pam's been placed on a leave of absence until after Cliif's trial, which is like Ewing language for, you're guilty by association, even if your name isn't on the charge. Pam hears it immediately. She didn't just lose Cliif to a jail cell, she just lost her job too. Bobby apologizes like that fixes anything, then does what Ewing men always do. He schedules a visit before she can say no. Pam says she's seeing Cliif. Bobby says fine, he'll see her right after. And just like that, her day is planned around two men and a prison visit she didn't ask for. Pam doesn't hang up in peace. She hangs up in silence. Sue Ellen, darling, is stretched out in bed whilst JR gets dressed, like nothing is on fire. Which is rather impressive, I must say, because she's about to light the match. Oh yes, she is. She asks if he's actually happy. He checks her health, bless his heart. She, however, checks his soul. Then she drops it, you see. She knew about Julie. She knows about the mistress trail. And she knows Cliif didn't land in jail by accident. No, not at all. She calls his triumph exactly what it is, revenge dressed up as justice. JR snaps back that he'll be home for dinner, and she better be sitting at the table, then reminds her she's Ewing property, like an oil lease. Easily disposable. Imagine that. On his way out, Bobby warns him, say one more word and he'll send him to work with a split lip. Then he asks the real question, doesn't he? Did you set Cliif up? JR denies it with the calm confidence of a man who knows the truth doesn't have a witness yet. And Bobby is left staring at a brother who is lying cleaner than ever. JR is just sitting in his office, minding his own business, when Gar and Ames show up, pretending to bring their condolences. Oh, honey, but what they're really doing is checking the temperature in the room, if you know what I mean. They ask about Julie, bless her heart, her family, her funeral, and then, darling, they just slide right into the real concern. Those red files, those confidential Ewing Oil records that could make Austin and Washington very uncomfortable indeed. Now JR, he plays dumb. Oh yes, he does. Twice. Loudly. They push harder, of course. Why was Cliif up there, they ask. Was it a crime of passion? And JR, he doesn't hesitate, not one bit. He says Cliif wanted Julie. And that wanting her, well, that's what killed her. And just like that, he hands them a story that fits perfectly and keeps Ewing Oil clean. Just like magic, darling. Bobby meets Pam in that crowded jail lobby. Oh, the drama. which somehow makes their goodbye feel even quieter. Tam is terrified for Cliif, darling, and absolutely certain she cannot go back to Southfork. Not while JR sits at the same dinner table pretending nothing is burning. Bobby tries to sell her the family package. Mama loves you. Daddy tolerates you. Lucy exists. Pam, bless her heart, hears none of it. Because this isn't about houses and dinners. No. It's about belief. She asked the real question. Does he think Cliif is guilty? Bobby says no. Then she asks the dangerous one. Does he think JR framed him? Bobby doesn't deny it. He just says JR would do anything to protect what he thinks is his, the way Bobby would protect her. Pam admits she misses him. She needed him. She woke up alone, and still, she says it can't work right now. So Bobby walks toward the jail, and away from the only woman who still tells him the truth. Cliif, darling, he sits in that jail visitation room with his lawyer, already convinced, bless his heart, that the judge is the wrong man. And this whole system, well, it just ain't built for us Barnesmen to walk free, is it? Then Bobby shows up, all offering support, introductions, and that Ewing politeness. And Cliif? Oh, Cliif just offers him sarcasm. Bobby, sweetie, asks if he needs help. And Cliif, bless his soul, says those Ewings have already done quite enough. So Bobby, of course, offers money. And Cliif, oh honey, he rejects it like it's an insult. Because Cliif, you see, he doesn't want that Ewing cash. No, he wants that Ewing truth. He tells Bobby exactly what would help. Find out who really killed Julie. And suddenly, darling, Bobby isn't just a worried husband. He's holding the assignment that could burn his own family down. Well, the hearing, darling. It opens with the doctor oh so calmly, confirming what everyone already fears. Julie didn't just fall. No, she was handled, hard. And she wasn't drunk, bless her heart. She hadn't even eaten. She took a brutal fall from a great height. And, honey, she was alive when she hit the ground. Then the bruises. Oh, the bruises come out. Someone grabbed her arms. Someone hit her face. The state, ever so quietly, builds this picture of a struggle. While Cliif's lawyer, well, he tries to turn violence into accident and all that pain into a mere possibility. The judge, darling, reminds everyone this isn't the verdict yet. It's just the gatekeeper. The question isn't about guilt. It's whether Cliif will be officially shipped off to the grand jury. Pam waits. Cliif watches. And the room. Oh, the room decides just how heavy this is about to get. Oh, honey, the tension, it just keeps tightening. Then the police. They testify that Julie didn't fall from inside her apartment. No, she fell from the roof. And her clothing, it was torn right there. Her shoe? It was left behind. Like a little punctuation mark. And Cliif's fingerprints? They're absolutely everywhere inside her place. But not, darling, not in the stairwell that leads to the roof. Then, a woman, so calmly, points across the room and says she watched Cliif walk straight into Julie's apartment. The whole room just quietly leans in. Oh, it does. But Sue Ellen, she leans back. She asks to go home. JR, that man, he says no. The district attorney, he wants him on the stand. And Sue Ellen, well, she is staying right where she is. He tells her to play the loving wife, to smile, to treat this like a civics lesson. And just like that, darling, Sue Ellen becomes another piece of Ewing furniture. Silent, useful, and placed exactly where JR wants her.
The drama sparkles best when you're part of it. Subscribe and stay close, like a whispered secret. Leave a comment, tell us what has you gasping, because every scandal deserves an audience.
Oh, JR takes the stand, swears to tell the truth, and then, darling, he uses it like a weapon. He calmly confirms that Julie, bless her heart, worked for him for years, that she didn't get fired. Oh no, she resigned. Because of Cliif. He tells the court she had an affair with Cliif, that she was heartbroken, and that she just walked away, carrying confidential Ewing Oil papers straight into Cliif's hands. Every objection? Overruled. Every answer? Cunny. It lands. He explains that Julie had access to sensitive files, Files that could damage Cliff's career. Files someone might be willing to pay for. Then he delivers the sting. He didn't feel betrayed. He says he felt blackmailed. And just like that, JR turns Julie into a liability and Cliff into the convenient answer. The hearing, darling. It finally breaks. And old Cliff just cracks, doesn't he? He knows, bless his heart. The state isn't just throwing around accusations. No, they're building a whole case, love, around Julie's tape and what sounds suspiciously like blackmail. Well, Pan, sweet thing, she wants to help. And what does Cliff ask for? Clean clothes and his mail. Oh, the drama. Then Bobby, bless his heart. He volunteers. And mixed in with Cliff's regular mail, would you believe it, is one letter from Julie. The very same mystery letter we never saw reach its destination last episode. Oh, the suspense. Inside that envelope are only two things. A pawn ticket for Sunset Pawn. And a key. So Bobby, our dear Bobby, leaves the courthouse. Again. And what does he find, pray tell? A locked attaché case waiting at Sunset Pawn. And inside it. Oh, honey, active. The red files. Confidential Ewing Oil documents. Including Jock's will. Not memories. No, darling. Leverage. And suddenly, Bobby isn't just supporting Cliff. Oh no, he's holding Southfork by the throat. Can you believe it? Pan, bless her heart, takes the stand carrying those two last names, darling, and one utterly impossible position. She tries to protect her brother, but the court simply refuses to let her. The district attorney, that sly fox, implies that the affair with Julie had started up again, based on a private argument overheard at a recent dinner. Can you believe it? Pan, darling, she shuts that down right quick. It wasn't Julie. But then she admits, there was someone else. And Sue Ellen, poor dear, is sitting right there while the room quietly rewrites her marriage. Pan also confirms that confidential Ewing Oil papers passed through Julie to Cliff, and that she once took the blame for it herself. Then the room, honey, it grows colder, because Pan has to admit something even worse. When she needed her brother, he did not come to her defense. Not once. The judge finally calls recess. Pan apologizes to Cliff, and the damage, it just sits there, quiet, public, and utterly permanent. Bobby storms into Ewing Oil and, darling, sends those secretaries home, because whatever is about to happen, well, it certainly doesn't need witnesses. He walks straight into JR's office, while JR, bless his heart, is already bragging on the phone about Cliff being out of their hair. And Bobby, finally, he just unloads. He drops the truth, you see. Jaylee copied those red files. The payoffs, the judges, the politicians, the dirty machinery that keeps Ewing Oil so powerful. Then he drops the real bomb, honey. Inside those red files is a forged codicil to Jock's well, granting JR drilling rights to Section 40. A forgery that brought oil crews onto Southfork. A forgery that nearly got Ray killed. A forgery meant to con his own parents, if you can believe it. JR calls it business. Bobby calls it what it is. And when Bobby demands the truth about Julie, JR finally cracks, admitting Dan Marsh had Cliff's phone tapped and brought him those tapes the morning after Julie died. So Bobby, darling, walks out with one destination in mind, Dan Marsh. And JR? Well, he's suddenly running out of places to hide, isn't he? Oh, my darling, Bobby corners Dan Marsh. And darling, he drops that polite brother act, you know. Marsh, well, he plays confused, of course. But Bobby plays consequences. He reminds him about those dreadful illegal wiretaps, darling. About prison time. About what happens to a career when the cops, darling, get a little bit curious. And Marsh, well, he folds, doesn't he? He admits that Ames and Gow were paying him to tap Julie's phone. Because, you know, she knew too much and had started getting a little too close to Cliff again. Which means, my dear, that Cliff didn't just walk into this mess. Oh no, he was walked into it. Bobby heads straight to their office and finds nothing but an empty desk and, darling, a story about Alaska. They've run, haven't they? So Bobby calls in a favor at airport security. 2 names, 1 flight. And a quiet order, darling, to stop them before they leave Dallas. And just like that, The men who were shaping the story are about to be pulled right back into it. Recess hits, and the room, well, it exhales, darling, but nobody truly relaxes. Pam waits for Bobby, but honey, he's gone. His office simply won't answer. And suddenly, hope, it just feels so very thin. Now, Cliif and his lawyer, they're running the math right out loud. Sloane, that sly fox, has laid enough groundwork to introduce Julie's answering machine tapes. And if the judge hears them, oh, Cliif gets shipped straight to the grand jury. They're talking wiretaps, implied consent, appeals, all that legal language for, darling, this could still absolutely ruin him. Pam, she hears it as utterly hopeless. Cliif, he hears it as permanent. Because by the time that system circles back, his life in Dallas, oh, it will already be over. Ames and Gara, darling, they're just seconds from boarding when, oh, airport security, they quietly detour them into a private room. And who walks in, holding their entire future? But Bobby. He doesn't yell, no, he doesn't bluff either. He tells them exactly what he knows about the wiretap, the tale on Julie, and that rather incriminating tape of her call to Cliif, about how they were, like, so scared she was going to expose JR's little red files. Then, he just opens the folder. Payoffs, checks, names, darling. And the most important detail of all, every dirty little payment leads right back to Ames and Gara, not JR. Oh no. And, well, they crack. They admit they didn't mean to kill Julie. They just tried to scare her out of town, you see. She ran. She fell. Bobby, bless his heart, he gives them a choice. Tell the police it was an accident, or let him hand over everything and make it murder. And missing the plane to Chicago, well, that suddenly feels like the least of their problems, doesn't it? Well, darling, the judge finally drops the words Cliif has been waiting for. The case is dismissed. Oh, honey, Cliif is free. He looks straight at Bobby and just knows a miracle didn't happen by accident. Bobby, bless his heart, plays innocent. Pam, oh, she looks absolutely stunned. But Cliif, he looks unconvinced. He knows JR was part of it, and he is not forgetting. But Bobby, that man is already walking toward his next fire. At Ewing Oil, the gloves come right off. Bobby demands JR's copy of the will. And JR, oh, he panics about power, about the cartel, about being stripped clean. But Bobby, he isn't listening. No. He reminds him, you forged Daddy's will, you nearly got Ray killed, you framed Cliif for murder, and you're still worried about control? JR thinks he's safe, but Bobby lets him know he is not. Because now, honey, Bobby finally knows exactly who his brother really is. And that knowledge, well, that's more dangerous than any document. Later that night, Bobby and Pam, darling, they walk through downtown like two people who survived the same storm, but landed on different shores, wouldn't you say? Now, Pam, she just knows Bobby had something to do with Cliif's freedom. Oh, yes. She knows he found something at Sunset Pawn, and she just knows he's holding secrets, that man. But Bobby, he just brushes it all off, doesn't he? He wants the past very, oh yes. He wants Pam home. But Pam, she wants time. Because even with Cliif free, Southfork still feels dangerous, you see. Then Bobby says what it really comes down to. Oh my! He loves her. He wants her back. But he will always be a Ewing. And if she can live with that, she knows how to find him. So he just walks away and leaves their marriage in her hands. Can you believe it?
Well, wasn't that deliciously messy? Miss Kane walked you through the drama, and trust me, the secrets are just starting to spill. But don't think it's over, darling. There's always another scandal waiting in the shadows. This has been Drama After Dark. Until next time, we'll be watching. Will you?